And now, this time going to be into the Orianna. So Azir going to fall all the way through picks and bans. It will be this Ziggs. And now they're going to have not only some really powerful wave clear, but some good backline access of their own.
One losing to 100 Thieves, who put on a great performance, no doubts about it. But I think the expectation is
Kanavi.
that LPL #1 seed can do a little bit more as JackeyLove flashes forward, flag and drag onto Elk. No escape for the Yanara. We talked about a gank bot. And it's top Esports who execute it. Been away. Shadow's coming in from that tri-bush. Meanwhile, a Mega Inferno Bomb doesn't quite hit as 369 is able to dodge to the side of it. On the top side, On getting caught out by top Esports. JackeyLove gets the kill. Equalizer down towards bot to clear out the wave. Shadow trying to flank 369. Elk needs to run away. 369 flashes from Shadow's win becomes lightning. Elk backs away from the tower, and top Esports come out on top on both sides. And they're just going to keep forcing Elk away from this topside tower. 15 CS down, does now have his sums up, but he's only sitting on a cull.
I mean, Elk just watched about 3 full waves die to the tower, right? And there's nothing he could do about it.
Reacting to the grubs being started by top.
Yep, On is in the area. Doesn't seem to have... Yeah, it doesn't seem to have any interest in trying to contest here. BLG are just going to give it up. So Shadow just doing that red buff. Will be 3 grubs going the way of TES, but that's a pretty big win for them. Have been able to push pretty heavily with JackeyLove, putting pressure on that lane. And they do have some very powerful scaling options, some really strong team fights. So as long as they can stabilize, they should be okay.
Golden Forge shot down again. Bin flashing forward for the second knockup. Well played by Bin. Gets the kill down towards the bottom side while top Esports try to set up around top.
There from Bin, giving no ability for 369 to react. He pops the R and then flashes forward to redirect it even closer. Elk's going.
Elk looking for it. Arc of Judgment coming out. There's the heal as well. JackeyLove still has the flash on the barrier. We'll just use one of them. And TP coming in behind. Elk still has a flash. Double TP, as you say, invested on. One more will be enough for the concussive blows. Cataclysm out. Elk flashes away from the flag and drag. On locked up in the cage as he will be chased down. A double for top. Great collapse from them.
Bin, but still nice moves here from TES, who I definitely think want to stay aggressive and keep pushing this pace.
Satchel charge away. Hung going forward here. On there in time with the Tangle Buffs. Glacial Fisher going out though, and Knight's already used the flash. Concussive blows for the stun, and top Esports find another out of nothing, really. Knight just thought he could walk away.
So now they're going to try to turn this into a dragon here. TES in the area. Knight pushes out top, and now he's going to TP mid to try to cover there.
JackeyLove has flash. Crescent Guard coming out from Shadow. JackeyLove's going to have to flash, but Bin's on the flank, and they just have to abandon him. JackeyLove charged down by the Ornn. Unbreakable out from Hung. The call of the Forge got a prayer to the heavens, but BLG, as they begin to turn it around, 2 more kills to them.
Objective, they get punished. Kanavi spotted in this ward, so shouldn't be any opportunity to actually steal this away. It will be the dragon, it will be the kills, and now the gold lead is essentially meaningless, right? It's nothing at all.
Gets that extra gold infusion from the cull. First items completed across the board. Cream will scale up as Knight's caught out a little bit. Redemption being used for the extra damage. Cataclysm, Satchel out, but still the Demacian standing enough from Knight to get the kill, from Kanavi to get the kill. Shadow flashes and blast cones to safety. He's going to give up his red buff for that. 369 covering one well, because you've got grubs, you have a bit of a gold lead, your solo laners are in okay spots, but you can't really push into the Ornn because he just survives any push that is happening, and you can't push into a Ziggs because he just puts that explosive minefield down as On flashes forward for the double pop Blossom, and they lock up JackeyLove. Elk will get the kill. Hung's gonna fall second. BLG collapse again in the mid lane. They're setting up for the Rift Herald. Satchel charge down from Knight. That tower's gone. First tower of the game for BLG. They'll get the objective, as you say. That's the feats of strength, unless Kanavi can somehow steal this, but he can't get in range for the smite. TP coming in as top Esports are looking for a little bit more of a fight, but it's going to be a 3v4 in BLG's favor. And they just walk out. You used your teleport. Yeah, Cream can just walk down towards the bottom side.
He has the flash, even able to give that kill over. Kanavi, though, he's not giving up.
369's here for the collapse. Mega Inferno Bomb coming down. Kanavi down to 500 HP. 369 looking for the Flame Spitter, but now On and Knight on their way, and there's a TP behind. 369 has to try and flash away from the Hexplosive. Might be Bin in the back line. 369 put in the trash. Cream having to flash away. JackeyLove with a culling, but that is doing nothing. Top Esports have to retreat as BLG collapse well once again.
Focused very heavily. Kanavi was down there early. They're utilizing 369 multiple times to get preferential lane setups for Jackie as well. And now you're just bleeding out towers.
in the last 2 minutes, we've gone from a 1,000 gold lead for top esports to a 2K lead for BLG. Shadow here, look for the damage on the Hung with the Rift Tower charging in. There's a Drake up in 40 seconds, so they just want the pressure. Meanwhile, Cream is pushing in the top lane, but Knight is answering that with pressure down towards bottom side.
But this is just such nice map play here from BLG. Of course, Cream doing a good job trading what he can, but you do not win trades like this against Herald and Ziggs. The tower is going to die here as well. On's looking.
Pop Blossom onto 2, 369 the target, and Bin calls in the gods. Hung the next target, unbreakable no longer. BLG find another couple, and top esports are just left reeling.
The players, they take the dragon, and BLG are really looking strong in this game one.
5 minutes away from an Ocean Soul. You look at the other side, Jackie Love has 7 stacks on a Road of Ages, and that's, Cream has 7 stacks on a Road of Ages side. Bin the target yet to die this game. As top esports begin to collapse. It's a 4v1, but Ornn is known to survive quite a long time in these. Culling down, Bin's just going to charge his way away. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Cream trying to defend against 4, but he's not doing it as well as Bin can. 1-for-1 exchange. A tier 2 in mid, though, if BLG will look for more as they push down the inhib.
Exactly. Bin knows he's going to die, but he just wastes so much of their time. On again, gets a wraparound here, finds another great engage. And not only do they get 1 tower, they get 2 towers, and guess what Shadow is doing? He's taking your whole jungle in the meanwhile.
Now complete. Articon is up if either team wants to play around it, and BLG seem to want to take that Barney. There's a flank from Shadow. He's all the way behind them here, Azael.
And we'll see. Shadow's looking.
Oh, it's On, actually, who's got the flank. It's all the Zin on the minimap, and On's going to find a Pop Blossom here. Top esports, they don't know what's coming. Pop Blossom onto 4! The Call of the Forge got a eulogy for TES! As a great collapse comes out from BLG, they continue to flash forward. Cream trying to survive, and he just can't do it. The TP behind. BLG don't want to leave a man standing. Knight makes them kneel. A double for him. A perfect flank. And that's what BLG are all about.
He is not off. This man is on today. And he is on one on this Nico. How many plays have we seen started off by these beautiful Nico flanks? This one was perfection. Started by On and finished off by Knight. TP's down, the flanking Ziggs to finish off the play.
The Drake begun by BLG. Top esports trying to collapse, but they don't really have the vision in here. Kanavi almost had another bouncing one. How does Kanavi get in there? Forced away by the Mega Inferno Bomb. Hung having to run away. And there is the soul, the priceless moment of the game for BLG. They'll look for more.
Feels like On just spawns in behind TES with a perfect flank ready to kick off, and here he comes again.
Looking for Kanavi, gets him right on the tip of it. Kanavi with a Cataclysm will be able to survive. Call of the Forger comes out, Bin flashes for it and claps him down. Top esports now at a man at disadvantage. Jackie make it 2 down. BLG might just push in for the win here as Cream is being chased out. Instead, they decide the buff is the prize out of this. We got the jungler, we got the AD carry.
It's the new jungle camp. Coming to the Rift next year.
And there we go. BLG will take the Baron. Expect the resets to come out here. I wonder if Elk actually has a 4th item already complete. Just has to walk away from it. That tower's already forfeit. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Bin continues to push in, trying to sink these waves up. On will clear out the vision. Hung looking. That Winter's Bite does connect to the shockwave down, but Cream's almost dead. The bouncing bomb not quite enough to kill him off before they have another wave to bolster their attack on this top side.
I mean, it's a fantastic shockwave on both the carries by Cream, but they have Ocean Soul, so they're right back to full health, and Bin has already knocked down the first inhibitor. Second one is gone. It's 2 autos and a satchel, and everything is just going to die.
When do you go? When do you attack as top esports? Because BLG are close enough now that you can't just pick off an isolated member. They'll push him with triple cannons. And now look down towards that bottom side. The inhibitor tower has already fallen, so Shadow can just start whacking away at that inhib. 10k gold, just the gold lead as Hung has to flash away just from Shadow. Mega Inferno bomb block with the Unbreakable Redemption down, not in time. Even with the Fountain trying to help him out, Hung cannot survive. Cream flashes out, but it's knocked up with the Q3 from Shadow. And Equalizer down is not going to equalize this game at all. 369 gets a couple, but BLG get the base.
What a performance here from BLG, despite the early game heroics from Kanavi and Hong. They got so many early game kills, it just didn't even matter.
Huge performance from BLG coming back from that deficit.
So it's really two kind of diametrically opposed ideas in how to play the game. And I think that these make for some of the most fun games of League to watch when there's such clear ways that you need to play the game and everyone is trying to, best set up for themselves.
You have these 4 points of that spear trying to get onto top esports, but for the moment with the push in the bot lane from Jackie Love and Hung, they will be able to secure this first Drake.
Sometimes, you get fancy with it, you do what you're talking about, all the finesse, and sometimes instead of 4 points of a spear, you just become one big club.
Yep.
Everyone just goes together.
You get the first Drake and 3 grubs. 2 of those objective slaying feats as Shadow tries to steal one away. Maybe they'll look for Kanavi. The smite for the slow, not enough to get that Vault Breaker in range, and Shadow doesn't have that cease and desist. If he steps further forward, there was a possibility of an engage.
You said if it went pear-shaped, but what shape was that?
Oh, that was, a perfect apple.
Apple?
Spheroid.
So apple is the positive fruit and pear is the negative.
Spheroid as Hung. Cease and desist onto Jackie Love. On jumps in, flashes forward for the double pulverize. Jackie Love stunned up with a trample. The keeper's verdict finds them all guilty. But really, BLG will be happy with their prize of the kill on Jackie.
Some of these aggressive moves, and they absolutely were able to.
But it's also one they shouldn't really have been able to find, because Steadfast Presence exists. Unless we saw Hung use it earlier on in the lane as they were trying to push it up. As Bin's caught out, all out from 369. He just wins out the 1v1, no dominance on Bin. On now caught out a little bit, but he's going to get the knockback onto Kanavi. Has to flash away as Vault Breaker out. Will get the CC onto that Trundle. Knight trying to put the damage in from the side, and Emperor's Divide coming out again as Shadow tries to retreat. Takes Kanavi, jumps back in with a Vault Breaker. Cream in the middle of them, and Knight still so healthy. The Blast knocks back 3 of BLG. Knight flashes the wall, and Cream is churned to butter. BLG fine 2.
They juggle the health bars there so well, just using the HP as a resource, everyone just coming in and out as their spells are up and ready. And BLG just play that skirmish out beautifully and come away with a 1.3k advantage. But it is TES coming out of that replay with 2 dragons now.
We have a bit of a swip swap from game 1 as Shadow looks for Cream. Cease and desist down. Knight look for the damage with that 2-fold Hex. Weirding out, not enough. Shadow dies to the soldiers. Just not enough from Knight to get the kill, and Cream happily accepts one. Knight now needs to run away. TP out as he knows with the pillar down, there's no more CC that can interrupt that cast.
Finish him off, takes a couple tower shots himself, and then just gets knocked down by Cream. And now Kanavi topside, Bin could be in trouble again.
Bin might be caught out here as 369 looks for the Intofos, gets the knockback after the pillar, all out, pulls Bin back, Dominus popped. But Bin will be the one going pop as top esports find another 3-3 now. Have to step back a little bit. There's the first tower. Cream steps forward, knowing there's no jungler on this side of the map, knowing that Elkanon are up towards that top side. There's the beats for top esports. BLG feel like they're trying to scale for second items at the moment, just accepting waves rather than being able to do anything proactive.
They're just going to try to trade for Herald. They're going to try to get some more gold. But the other team, I think, is easier to play out. In my opinion, has better scaling and is now going to be at Soul Point. And when you're playing a hard engaged comp here, with this Vi, with this Aurora, and you're looking at Mountain Soul.
Quickly, 6 seconds on the Otacon.
Yeah, they do collapse really quickly, but they want to try to get more, because look at the other waves here. Bin is pushing bot for free, and we can see Sivir shoving up mid for free as well. So they kind of need to get more than just that flash, it feels like right now. We are expecting that bot lane tower to go down for sure. Elk won't be able to get this, though.
On with the headbutt back to Shadow here to try and protect his Alistar, and Tofu's not going to hit with that Q3 out. Gets the mid lane tower as he trades onto Jackie Love, but the spell shield doesn't block the piercing arrow. Barrier coming out from Elk. Meanwhile, Cream engaging onto Knight, who uses the weirding to try and dodge away. The dive in by 369 isn't going to be enough as On's caught down towards the bottom side. Elk able to walk away in mid. Meanwhile, Bin continues to push a tier 2 perhaps for top esports towards this top lane, but with a TP coming in, Knight's looking for the re-engage. Weirding onto Cream, gets the slow, gets the damage. Shadow goes between the uprights, can't hit 369 or Kanavi. Elk on the flank, spell shields, but now he's isolated. Has to flash the wall, but with an exhaust, he's clubbed around the head by Kanavi.
BLG know they have to contest. They're falling behind.
Top esports will be low. Armor magic is this shredded by this Otacon. 369 trying to block, weirding out, knock up onto him with the headbutt. Shadow trying to come in from the bottom side, but it looks like BLG will just give up the ghost. Otacon secured by Kanavi and top esports.
So that's a big playmaking ability. He could potentially get in onto Elk. They're first here to set up.
On, Steadfast Presence popped there by Hung. Pillar down as well. Ong using the Unbreakable World Chain of Corruption. Gonna land onto Elk as well and will lock him up on down. Elk unable to step up and help out his cow. Meanwhile, Bin's looking for the flank here as BLG. They've got 2 prongs of the Trident, but top esports have all 5 players left alive. Shadow forced away. The Drake begun by top esports. Knight trying to get in there, but can't find an avenue to approach through the brick wall that is 369. Bin going forward for Jackie Love. Ruthless Predator flashed away, cease and desist onto that backline as well, but the collapse from Top Esports is massive. Between Worlds goes Knight, and Top Esports still managing to survive through it. They turn it around, Kanavi and 369 just diving in. Bin will get one in response, but only two left alive for BLG. Means Soul is the prize for Top Esports.
It's a good try there from BLG. As Knight is going to hang around, he knows they can't give Soul. It's going to be a total prayer over the wall. And it was pretty darn close. Inevitable because of the Dragon control, because of the composition. They're playing it out really, really well. BLG do still have some pretty good wave clear with Elk, but the problem is, TES, I think, are strong enough now with this super tanky Kasante. You can just threaten the dive. He can just take it up forever.
And that's exactly what they do. Elk has to flash away. Meanwhile, there's a TP behind them between World Season Assist all onto Jackie Love. The follower coming out from On. And BLG are looking for the fight. Kanavi still very healthy. Hung almost going down. He's going to have to flash away. Shadow gets killed off. It's a one-for-one exchange.
This Baron is up and available. If you can't dive them, force them to come to you, and that's exactly what TES are doing.
Bin doesn't have that ultimate. 369 looks for the Intofos. Hung's looking for that flank position. The Baron down to about half HP. With this Predator stun onto 369. The disengage Cream goes in. The Emperor's Divine fights too, but not Elk. Kanavi's going to chase him out though. On trying to protect his AD carry, but he just can't get there in time. It's roast beef for Top Esports as they claim two and will turn their eyes back towards the Baron.
It's just a beautiful run of play there from Top. They go mid, they force the dive. They can't fully make it happen, so then with that kill on Shadow, they know we are just going to bring them to us over at the Baron. They immediately turn off that Baron, and Cream is able to find a great ult. They chase down Ulk, they kill him off.
Macro, most objective, setup-orientated team in the LPL, whereas BLG, they love to get pulled into a skirmish from time to time. And you see that here. It's 11-6, it's a 3,000 gold lead. There's a soul for Top Esports. It's all done, but the Nexus falling, and Top will just take it slow. They're like, okay, we'll push through bot, we'll force you away. We don't have to take the fight. They're still going to look for On, but with Redemption coming out, Kanavi still trying to club him. We'll take him. Chain of Corruption down as well onto Shadow. Goes in with the season that says Knight looking for the damage, but Kanavi's too healthy to do anything about it. And they're just methodical. They'll force you off, they'll take the towers, they'll look for the inhibs, and BLG can't find a way back in.
Yeah, BLG just simply don't have the damage in a lot of these skirmishes to really even threaten them whatsoever. With the Mountain Soul Shield, with all of their gold lead, they are looking to end the game and tie us up right here.
The LPL Finals went all five. Top Esports and BLG looking to make it go all three here. One win between either of them and that quarterfinal spot for Top Esports. They just need to take down this Nexus. BLG trying to defend. Elk using that ricochet. On goes in with a double pulverize, but the tower's almost fallen. No Nexus towers left alive. Bin, Ruthless Predator won't find the stun. On forced away. BLG forced away. And Top Esports will force us to a game 3.
A beautiful bounce back here from TES. But I also just kind of like the Mordekaiser in isolation when you're thinking about the team fight, because there's a lot of different ways you can actually have success with this. You know, Wukong goes in to throw down the Cyclone. As Wukong's engaging, Mordekaiser just ults it, takes it out of that fight. You know,
Telephone. Meanwhile, Knight moving across with that Hero's Entrance. Drake secure for base 1. Now Top Esports know they have a man advantage, a numbers advantage. Here's the Hero's Entrance. Supreme Desire talent flashed away by Elk, and Hung is hung out to dry underneath the tower. Good double taunt as well. They'll look for Kanavi. Next, he's down. Knight makes them kneel, but the turnaround from Cream is huge. On jumps in the Gleaming Quill. Elk will fall. Cream takes a tower shot. The Winds of War not enough to blow him over. Top Esports initiate the dive, lose a 2-for-1 and lose a Drake.
Makes it hurt. And I just kind of am shocked that TES fully committed to it.
Top Esports now with 5 players up towards this Grubs. Top Esports got one. Bin jumps in with the counter-strike, does get the stun onto Hong. On down to half HP, flash away from Bin. Death Grip onto base 1. They're going to be able to get a kill at the feet of Strength Warfare. In fact, goes over to BLG. They're off for the Grub as well. In the end, a 2-for-1 exchange in the Grubs. Top Esports have lost a man, and Jackie Love has to Valk across the wall.
And that is going to put them on a 2-0 Dragon lead here, which is starting to feel a little bit like game 1, you know, when you're starting to think back. It's been a lot about these Dragon stacking games, you know, control, forcing your opponents to take these fights they're not necessarily ready for. And they're going to see if second try works better here against Bin.
Yeah, no teleports to support Bin here. On does have the quickness, and he's on his way across. Kanavi caught out. There's the counter-strike. Solar Flare. On coming in, gets the quickness down, but Bin's already dead. Hung has to flash away. Meanwhile, underneath the tower, 369 is chasing On out, obliterates him. Jackie with the flash autos enough. It's 2-0 for TES.
Nicely done there by TES. This time they make it work, and not only do they kill Bin, they're going to deny a lot of CS. They're going to knock down this tower very likely as well. Try to play for this first turret. They kill off on Elk, can't even get there. So a lot of resources committed to this side. You can see Kareem playing very defensive down on the bot side, knows he is going to be on his own. Engage. So if you're just fishing with that Leona ult, and you can just be able to have cleanse on your Xayah plus that Gales.
The quickness follow-up. Supreme Display Tanner coming out, but the counter-strike from Bin is enough to get one. They'll look for Hung as the second. Knight teleports in. Hung falls. 2 quick kills for BLG. The Rift held there for them. That will be feats.
Nicely done by BLG. Really quick play. Nets them a couple kills and gets them feats, as you said. And even though they are down in gold, I'm really favoring their position here once again. I feel like they're in a good spot. Feats is going to be a decent amount of combat power. They're going to get the Herald, which is likely going to result in a tower. But Kareem is getting farmed here, just continuing to try to scale up. 163 stacks right now. Bin going to be looking for him, though.
Triforce, Cream does have the flash and has that flap. Counter-strike out. Cream's going to get stunned. Grandmaster's might coming. Where you going, Cream? Back to your teammate. Mom there for a bit of a heal, but Bin slapping him as he gets the solo kill. 369 here to join Elk, trying to bolster the defenses of Bin as they get another Counter-strike down on dashing around. Bin knows he's going to die. He's in the Death Realm, and 369 will hit him across the face with a mace to even it out 1-for-1. Decide to try and react. That will even out a bit of this gold deficit that BLG found themselves in. Is down to 1K from about 2K a minute ago. Yep,
really good moves here. Now you're just going to use the Escape Herald to try to drive it down towards bot, but it will be finished off there by Kanavi. But you can see Elk already pushing in towards that tower.
Rakan not really the target that you want. He still has the quickness. Meanwhile, Top Esports continue to push in for the tier 1 on the bot side. Redemption being used. Supreme Display Tanner does catch on to Elk, and he cleanses, and Featherstorm's away. The charm from On under the tower means absolute destruction for BLG. They find 2. They land a taunt on 369 as well. The tower still stands, but 369 tanks it up. In the end, a 3-for-2 exchange, but Bin continues to push in a side lane.
Yeah, Bin wasn't even there. It was a 5v3 for a while, and then the Wukong arrives. It's still a 4v5. Meanwhile, Bin is just getting so much gold up on that top side. You really don't want to give up Soul Point here.
Yeah, you got to try and fight it, but Bin comes in with the counter-strike. Now 369 isolated. Kanavi's going to try and jump across this wall, puts down the control wall for a little bit of vision, but On goes in with the grand entrance, looking for that knock-up, hits the Gleaming Quill. Kanavi jumps in, Kanavi gets it, steals it, pays for it with his life, but he delays the soul, and that is what Top Esports needed from him.
That big playmaking tool. Now all of a sudden, Beishuan or Bin throw themselves in the backline. Galio comes over the top.
He's going to TP up towards the top side, as is Knight. The other come down to 10,000 HP, but Top Esports going to back away from it for now, pull it up towards this top side. Cream standing on that front line. Has hit 224, needs one more. Gets it with 225, now has that burn. The Archon down to 3,000, On looking for the quickness, doesn't land it on anyone. Has to dive onto 369, the Hero's Entrance coming out as Kanavi secures the Archon. 369 standing in the middle of them all. Elk with a Featherstorm, trying to pull back with the Blade Caller. Base one almost down, 369 falls first, but Cream is flapping his way onto the backline, has to flash away. Bin dives forward with a flash of his own into the pit, but Top Esports are coming out on top. In the end though, Bin finds Cream, now it's all on Jackie. The bot lane's the only ones alive. Top Esports will claim the fight as they get the Archon.
He has no TP. I don't think there's any real reason to try to contest this, but Bin is still sitting in a dangerous position, and maybe they're going to try to look for something afterwards. Bin positioning to try to maybe catch Cream as he does walk down.
I like it because you also have Beishuan coming in from the top side here. There's the TP, they go into Cream. Cyclone down, Bin can't get in range for the counter-strike. Cream's going to flap his way across the wall. Supreme Display of Talent doesn't find anyone. Mom's going to heal him up. Now his outfits as Cream up towards the top side. 369 on Beishuan in the Death Realm. Will get him. Elf's going to get one for one exchange so far as Bin dives onto the backline. Hung trying to retreat from Knight, but 369's there to help him out. Knight's going to flash into the pit. Kanavi caught out by Bin and On, no range for them, but the counter-strike just short. Kanavi, can he escape? Knight has that flank. His team has given up the ghost on him. He tries to dive onto Elk, but for it, he just dies. More traditional front to back. You don't just have the Wukong engage into a hero's entrance, which is what you want, and you have to give credit for Top Esports for not allowing that.
They're surrounding
looking for it now. On's going to get caught up towards the top side, dashes away, has that Gleaming Quill, TP in. as well as Bin goes in for the counter strike. He lands it onto Kanavi. Supreme Decided Talent's going to get him stunned. The Cyclone from Base 1. Jackie Love's already killed off on. And Top Esports just immediately turn it around. Base 1 trying to swing around with a Cyclone, but it's a Tempest for BLG. Now 2 for 2. Elk on the back foot. Knight gets caught in the Justice Punch. Elk flashes, finds the root, finds the Feather Storm. Jackie answers. Jackie flashes in. Jackie Love for Top Esports pulls it from beyond the grave.
Jackie Love finds the moment here into the midst of everyone getting that counter-strike down, but he's pushed back, and Jackie and Cream, they are free-firing, and from here it looks like it is absolutely cooked for BLG until Elk finds an incredible fight, knocking down multiple members, and then here on the side.
The Baron secured for Top Esports. Hung, Jackie Love, and Kanavi have it. I'm not sure if 369, yes he did, came up in time to take it too. Now with the Red Bull Baron power play 2K. Quickness, you have all of these tools, but Top Esports' ability to split, ability to scatter when that engage comes out has been sublime so far.
The game is 10 times easier to play, it feels like, as Smolder. Once you have that third item, you get the rapid fire, you are just laughing at him.
Clouds, the ability just to dodge and dip around the fight. And now they will be on Soul Point. 4,000 gold their lead for BLG.
Usual for them. They played 100 Thieves, Fnatic, G2, and then BKS.
Yeah.
People would think that is easily 3 wins and you're out.
Base 1 goes in. Hung, the target here, as Entrance coming out. Hung was already going to flash away. Cream trying to put the damage down on, tries to get in with the engage. OPLoLReplay cleansed away by Elk, but look at how low BLG already are. Elk is going to be able to retreat for now. Top Esports continue to push in. 369 looks for the flash death grip, doesn't get it through the decoy. Top Esports on the advance.
Yeah, 369 short change to E there, misposition on his cursor, so it didn't actually fully extend, but it doesn't matter. They take the tier 2. They're going to crack the inhibitor towers here. You can see assist pings are deep. They're going to try to look for a TP play here. Bin's trying to find an angle.
Notice Hung doesn't have the TP, the flash. Counter-strike out, Bin gets exhausted immediately. Knight looks for that flank. Bin with a stopwatch, ongoing in, grand entrance. Meanwhile on the top side, 369 the target for Elk. Hung's already down, Bin looking for a re-engage, dives in onto Jackie Love, that's 2! Bin's doing it, Knight flashes away, but Kanavi dives in. On with a battle dance, the counter-strike from Bin will get 1! 369 down, it's a triple for Bin! He's looking for more! Make it 4 for BLG! Somehow they hold on!
He mispositions. He's going to be instantly dead against a comp with this many threats. But look at BLG threatening a potential flank. If TES move up here, they might just go.
The strike, they dive in immediately. Hero's Entrance coming out as well. Kanavi able to flash away with the supreme display of talent. 369 on that front line, catches out Base 1. He's putting the Cyclone. Jackie Love trying to Gatling gun through Base 1, and he'll find him. Bin jumps back in on there with the quickness. He gets 2 with the grand entrance. Hung trying to escape. The dive in from Bin again as he chases them down. Counter-strike out, only finds the Leona stunned up, and he's going to dive further forward. McHale's, Sonya's, can Bin jump out? He dives back in somehow. The counter-strike enough to keep him alive through the orders, and Gatling gun. Knight's going to retreat. Top Esports now on the front foot, a man down though. Catch out the engage with that Death Realm, then just allow the Corki and the Smolder to spit out damage to engulf their opponents, but BLG have been so good at stepping back, and once again, Base 1 is looking for that flank position. The Cloud Drake begun by Top Esports. Base 1 looks for the Cyclone. It's a category 5, but he's knocked into the wall. The Drake secured Soul. But Top Esports, they begin to retreat. Mom comes down, Cream finds 1. Base 1 going out, and Elk has been slain. It's hunting season for Cream. He finds 2. Jackie adds another. Top Esports find the fight, and they'll march down the bot lane.
Base 1 looked for the engage, but Kanavi instantly denies it, stuns him into the wall, and seals their fate. Top have done it.
Top won't go through the bottom lane. They'll go through the LPL champions. They'll go through to the quarterfinals. Top by name, top by nature. In the battle of the LPL, TES rises victorious and makes it to quarters.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.